Good morning, Children's Church! So, guys, we're going to have an awesome lesson today. Today, we're going to be learning about how Jesus was talking to a group of people, telling them why they should give in secret. And we're going to learn about that and what that all talks about. So, enjoy the story.
Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you.
What a great story, huh? Seeing how Jesus was talking. He's talking about doing good things, giving to the poor, telling your left hand not to see your right hand, telling you to not blow the trumpet before you do good things, before you give. Dude, there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff. And we want to make sure we understand it. So, the lesson for this week is titled, Doing Good for the Right Reason. And so in this teaching that Jesus is giving, he's telling us why we need to do the right thing. And he's telling these people not to blow the trumpets. He's telling them not to let your right hand know what your left hand does when they do good. What he's saying is you should do good in secret. But why is he saying this? Well, that's what we're going to figure out. So, I got a question for you. Have you ever done something only so that somebody else would see you do it? Like, have you ever been watching a show that you know your parents maybe didn't like, and then when they were coming into the room, you quickly hit the channel changer and change the channel and put it like on History Channel, or you put it like on like PBS, or you found a good channel that they like? Or maybe have you ever been wrestling, or have you ever been teasing your little brother or little sister, or maybe your big brother or your big sister, or anybody that you hang out with? Have you ever teased them and you maybe made them cry or made them angry, and right before your parents came into the room, you were hugging them and you were kissing them and you were like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're like, oh, aren't we having so much fun? Right? To try to show your parents that you've been nice to them when you haven't been. Right? We do these things because we want to give an impression. We want to show our parents that we're doing the right thing. We want our parents, or we want somebody who's watching us, to think that we're being nice, we're doing good things, so that they'll think that we're good people, that we don't need to be in trouble. Right? And we do it. And the thing is this, that Jesus, he's not so much worried about what we do as much as he's worried about our heart, because our heart determines what we do. And so Jesus wants to make sure that we do things for the right reason. Jesus wants to make sure when we give to the poor, it's for the right reason. And so that's why in that day, Jesus is talking to these people. And he tells them, he says, you give to the poor, but only so that other people will think you're great and you're awesome. Only so that you get the applause and everybody goes, yeah, wow. Right? So that they'll be like, wow, you're an amazing person. Good job. And sometimes we can do that too. Right? And so Jesus, he's worried about our hearts. Right? Because it's easy sometimes to be a show-off Christian, where you only do good things to impress people or to show how great you are. Or to be maybe a goody two-shoes Christian, where you're only worried about what you do and not about how what you do affects other people. Right? And so these people in the story, they were giving to the poor, but they only gave to the poor so that other people thought they were great and they were nice and they were good. And in the same way with us, sometimes we only do good things so that people will think we're great, nice, and awesome. But that's not why we should do nice things. That's not why we should do good things. Jesus is teaching us that we need to do good things for the right reason. Jesus, he tells them, this is what he says. Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. Thus, when you give to the needy, sound no trumpet. No trumpet. before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be praised by others. Truly I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. That way, so that in your giving in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And so what do we learn, guys? We learn that God, He knows everything we do. And so God, He wants to make sure that we do good things for Him and for other people. Not so that we can do things and people will see us. So guys, here are some examples. Don't be nice to your brother or sister only so that you won't get in trouble, or that maybe if you're good enough, your mom or your dad maybe will get you something nice, right? Don't do the dishes for your parents only so that they might buy you a new video game or a new doll or a new action figure. When you see that man maybe who's on the street corner and he has no money and no food, you don't have to tell everybody if you gave him money or gave him food or gave him a gift card, right? When maybe you give your friend money so that they can maybe buy a snack when they don't have any, when they didn't bring any money, don't tell everybody that you gave your friend money, because then you make him feel bad, as well as then you only gave him money so that people would be worried about you, that people would care about you. And so really, you only gave him money for yourself instead of for him. Here's another thing. Maybe here's some things you can do instead of not doing. Write a nice note for maybe your mom or your dad or your teacher, maybe the mailman, maybe anybody that has done something for you. Write a really nice note for them, but don't write your name on it. Just maybe tape it to the door, or maybe hide it under their door, or maybe slip it and put it next to their car, so that they don't know who it's from. It will just brighten their day, and they don't have to thank you for it. Here's another thing. Maybe pay for your friend's lunch if they forget their money, or pay for their snack if they forget their money. And instead of telling everybody about it, don't say anything. Just give them the money and don't say nothing to anybody else. I think that'll really make them feel special and happy. And you know why? Because you didn't do it for yourself. You didn't do it so that everybody could say you're awesome. You only did it because you love them and because you love God. One of my teachers once told me this story. So when my teacher was a teenager, he went to youth group, and he loved going to youth group. And his friend's family would bring him. But you see, my teacher's family, they didn't have a lot of money, and so they had no money for snacks and for all the French fries and the chicken nuggets when they got to youth group. But his friend's family would give him money when he would go, and then he would have money for snacks. But his friends and his friend's family never said a word to anybody else. All they did was give him money, and they never said anything else. They didn't tell everybody that they did it. They didn't whisper to other parents that they gave him money. His friends never told the other people, the other kids at youth group, that they gave him money. And so in doing that, what they said with their actions was that they only care about my teacher. They cared about him, and they cared about God, and they didn't give money so that everyone could think they're great people. They gave money because they cared about him, and they cared about God. So guys, in the same way, when we do good, let's make sure it's for the right reason. Let's make sure that our hearts are right, because God, He's not so worried about us doing things in secret as He is worried about us doing the right thing for the right reason. And so when you do things in secret, really what that is, it's a way to test your heart. Because if you're willing to do it and without anybody knowing, that means that you only did it because you care about that person and you care about God. So guys, let's do some things in secret this week. Some of the things I listed, maybe write a nice note to somebody without writing your name. Do the dishes without asking for something. Maybe give your friend some extra money if they forget their money, and don't tell anybody else about it. You could do so many different things. But do something nice for somebody. But don't tell anybody about it. Because when you do that, that's when you know you actually did it for God. So guys, I hope you have a great week. I'm excited to see you in person one day. But let me pray. Lord, bless Children's Church. Lord, I pray you bless all the children. You bless all the parents, all the guardians, all the grandmas, the grandpas, the aunts, the uncles. I pray, God, that you would give them your peace, your strength, your help. I pray, Lord, that you would help us do the right things for the right reasons. Because when we do it, we know we do it for you and we do it for them, but not for ourselves. And so, God, we want to do that. We want to be good people. Why? Because we love you and we love other people, not because we would love ourselves. So, Lord, I pray that you'd help us, be with us, strengthen us, help us do the right thing. We love you so much. You're an awesome God. And it's in your name. Amen. All right, guys. I hope you'll enjoy the craft that's coming up next. Hey, guys. It's craft time. So, for today, I was thinking we'd do something pretty simple. I thought what we could do is just draw something nice that we can do for somebody without telling everybody, right? And so today, I'm going to draw a picture of me making a sandwich for somebody who needs a lunch, who doesn't have a lunch. And you could draw a picture of someone, you could draw a picture of yourself maybe doing the dishes for your mom and dad, or bringing an extra $1 for somebody at school who maybe needs lunch money, or maybe writing a nice note for somebody who has helped you or done something nice for you, or someone that you just know of who just needs some encouragement and you don't even have to tell them that it's from you. Just write them a note and don't sign it and give it to them, or put it where they'll find it. Or yeah. So these are all some cool stuff we can do. So let's hop into it. I'm just gonna draw a picture. You can go ahead and draw your own, but let's just have some fun. So guys, here's the picture I drew of me making a sandwich. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start drawing one from scratch again, just to show you guys, give you guys an idea of what you can do. So, you're going to want a blank piece of paper, right? And what you can start doing is grab a pencil and just start drawing. So, I drew a picture of myself on a table making a sandwich. Or you could maybe draw yourself, writing a note. So, why don't I do that for this one? So, I will draw, I'm going to draw a table, because we're going to be sitting at a desk. I'm going to draw a nice table. So guys, what I drew was, I draw a girl writing a really nice note. You could even see, I'll draw a little heart as well. And she's drawing a really nice note, and she's going to give it to her mom or maybe her teacher or somebody that she knows, and she's putting it on their car, and she's not signing her name. It's just to brighten up someone's day, and she doesn't even have to say who she was. And so in doing that, she's doing the right thing for the right reason. She's only doing it because she cares about that person and she loves God. And so guys, you can make a nice picture as well. Maybe you could draw yourself writing a note, or draw yourself making yourself a sandwich for somebody, or you could draw yourself maybe bringing an extra $1 to give to somebody. But so let's just make sure, guys, we do the right thing for the right reason, right? Because God loves us and He wants us to love other people, and we can do that by doing things in secret, making sure that we do it for the right reason. So find something you want to do for somebody, guys, and I'll see you next time. I thought we could do some true or false too. So if you guys want to play, I'm going to say a statement, I'm going to say a sentence, and you tell me if it's true or false. Alright? Here we go. We should tell everyone when we do something good. False. Jesus cares more about our hearts than whether we do things in secret. True. We don't get a reward from Jesus when we do good things. False. We should do things in secret to know we did it for the right reason. True. We shouldn't do good things. False. God knows everything we do. True. Jesus said God will reward those who do good things in secret. True. Alright guys, hope you had fun.